Welcome back to the Oorah Live laptop giveaway. Entries are now over. You can enter the auction continuously from now until Motzei Shabbos. Enter a slew of prizes. Again, every entry you'll be entered to win another thing up to $1 million. That's right, 1,000 times of whatever you put in. $1, $1,000. $1,000, $1 million. 1,000 times whatever you put in. And of course, there are amazing prizes like a trip to Eretz Yisrael, Sukkot in Eretz Yisrael, 1 shaitels, 3 shaitels, a giveaway. Don't forget to tune in this Motzei Shabbos to the live auction. We are broadcasting live from the newly renovated Deli 52. And with me, a good friend of mine, somebody I got to know over the last couple of years, composer extraordinaire. You know his songs. Many of you know his voices as they are featured on the songs recorded by other artists. The one and only Yossi Zweig. How are you?
Thank you very much for inviting me to this Oorah event and this newly Deli 52. I've been here, I know this store at least 30 some odd years, and this Moskowitz gentleman, Mr. Moskowitz, seems to have really renovated to make this place beautiful. So we wish him lots of us luck.
The one thing I know about you is you like your variety of herrings and variety of dips.
Herrings, no dips. I'm a herring.
Herring. I know Yossi once had me do a pickup for him, and I learned so much about herring that I didn't even know existed.
There we go.
So this is a unique event. We figured we need a unique guy, somebody who's excelled and progressed through the ages. You know, certain composers and singers, they were good for certain time periods. But Yossi Green, it seems, is that one start.
Thanks a lot and keeps on keeping.
Yeah. So Yossi Green. Many of our viewers have questions for you. My first question is, where does Yossi Green shop? Where does he go to get clothing? Yossi's always wearing the coolest clothing out there.
Wherever I can get a vest. I like vests. I'm always looking for a vest.
I need a vest. Gershy.
Vests are very important, yeah.
I'm always wondering, a lot of singers and people who are not singers, people who like to sing, they always sing in the shower. Does Yossi Green sing in the shower? And if yes, what?
No, I tell you, I don't sing in the shower. First of all, when I was a young kid, they told me. I don't know if anybody, I don't know if in the car place is that if you sing in the shower, you lose your voice. Did you ever hear this? Anybody ever heard this? You sing in the shower, you lose your voice?
Is it because of the acoustics?
I have no idea what it was anyway, so since then I'm holding on to whatever that voice is.
One of the things I always wonder is you hear some of these amazing compositions, and one thing about your compositions are they're not just a simple melody. They're very complex. They have a beginning, interlude, and the interludes become part of the song. The intros become part of the song. Has there ever been a time while you're listening to other Jewish music that you think, hey, I wish I would have composed that song at some point?
I listen to songs that I love, not that I wish that I wrote. I mean, whoever wrote it, and good for them. But there are beautiful songs out there that I through the years that I love to listen to. Not that I wish that I wrote. I'm very happy with what I'm writing.
How does Yossi Green's writing process start? As they say, the chicken or the egg, so what comes first, the lyrics or the melody?
So there's an interesting Rishon, I think it was the Radak of David Timothy, says that in Tehillim you'll see there's something called Mizmor Shir and Shir Mizmor. So I'm always wondering what's the difference between Mizmor Shir and Shir Mizmor, and it turns out that the Radak says that Mizmor is the music part of the song and Shir is the lyric. And there were times when David HaMelech was inspired first by a melody, and he followed with the lyric afterwards, and he spoke Mizmor Shir. And there were other times that he did the lyric first and wrote a melody last, was Shir Mizmor. I will tell you that Baruch Hashem in the last 25 years, I would say 99% of the time I'm inspired by a lyric. Something that I see, something very special, something that I feel that I understand a certain way that I would like to share with the audience. I sit down by the piano and try to find a way to interpret the lyric. It's not about the intros, and it's not about the arrangements, and it's not about the interludes that you were saying before. It's about can we share the message? Can the message be interpreted through music?
Do you feel that will help the song be more successful because the creating of the composition came from your understanding of the lyrics?
I'm not sure what you mean by successful. To me,
the songs go on to be more popular and to be timeless.
To me, a successful song is a song that Klal Yisrael is makabel. They love it, they sing it. So I feel that I was a shliach to get people to say certain holy words as a result of a melody. I kind of feel that I'm sort of davening and learning together with Klal Yisrael. That's to me very, very special. If we achieve, if I can achieve a melody that will make people sing, make people want to hear it, make people want to express it, then I feel that I'm successful.
Do you feel that there are many songs in today's day and age that people are using the same lyrics and they're becoming redundant?
No, I'll tell you, I believe that everybody who writes music has their way of interpreting it. And when we daven, we find. I'll give you an example. Something that I found today in the morning, which is unbelievable. I found the Bryce that Rameir says that when it comes to tshuva, that if one person does tshuva, the Rebbeinu Shalom is moichel all the avodas of everybody in Klal Yisrael. Have you heard such a thing? Have you isn't that amazing? So that's like I'm the age that I am, I've kind of a grandchildren. I never heard this Bryce. Did you ever hear this? No. Okay. So I believe that a lyric like this, I believe a Bryce like this needs to have a melody associated with it, so that people can get to hear this, so that people shouldn't say that they haven't heard this Bryce. That's the purpose for me in writing music.
On the other hand, you've introduced some very interesting Gemaras that weren't like this beforehand. Tanya, the Bay, Gemaras that weren't lyrics ever used before.
Regarding to your question, you were saying about the lyrics that are still being used by many different people. Again, if a lyric is used for the purpose, somebody has a melody that he wants to dump onto a lyric, it doesn't work. If the lyric is really used properly, where it's really used because you want to communicate, you want to share something, a real thought, a Jewish idea, something to make somebody feel something, then the melody will work. It doesn't matter how many times you use the same word.
When people come to you for a song, and let's say they buy a song from Yossi, do you feel your price ended and you sold your song and you don't really care what happens then after that, the arrangements, or how's the final product's going to come out? Or is it a cool catch?
It's a complicated question. First of all, I don't have songs that I have an inventory of songs where somebody comes, an inventory, not a repertoire. You want a repertoire, I don't have an inventory. People come in an inventory, they come ask me, do you have any songs available? They open up the drawer and it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? Versus they sit down and look at a singer. I think Gershy is somewhere. We can. Gershy.
You know, Yossi, I don't know if you remember, but Gershy was the first one that introduced me to you. I'm a fan of yours for many years, but Till Shlomi Gertner put out his first album. That was the first time I was ever introduced to you.
Gershy introduced me to a lot of it.
And it happened to Gershy, so I figured why not bring Gershy out?
So Gershy, he's asking me a question. The question he's asking is how does it work when I write a song? When I finish a song, you as a singer, am I done with it? And am I disappointed?
Well, most people who purchase a song from you love to have your vocals on that song.
No, we're talking about vocals, something else.
No, I'm getting to involvement. That's
Right.
So when people want to have their vocals on the song, automatically you hear the arrangements of the song. As hearing number one, pampering a singer that this arrangement would be like that, and I would add this and that. That means you care for the singer a lot, and you make sure it's done on the proper
Right,
way.
you're talking already from the production and the song is already done.
Right.
I'm talking about when we, the first time, for instance, you brought Shlomi Gertner to my house.
Right.
You brought Tragi Shtetler to my house. You brought numerous different people.
And many more in Mr. Shem.
They somehow contact him. They're afraid of me for whatever reason. They call him and he has no problem. At 2 o'clock at night he says,
No one calls the
"Hey,
king.
Yossi,
No one calls the king.
stop. Anyway, so he brings over a guy to me, and I'll sit down with him. And then starts this kind of an interview where I get to know the singer. What is he? What does he want to say? Does he have any strong feelings about any specific idea in Yiddishkeit? which by the way is where it begins and ends with me when it comes to Jewish music.
So it's not about tone of voice, it's about his personality.
It's exactly, it's about his
Who
personality.
he is as a person.
Yeah, because naturally my own feelings about, for instance, this is what I just told you about Tanya or Meir Reimer, if somebody does tshuva, one person does tshuva, the entire world, a bunch of Michael for everybody. That's something that's very exciting to me because I'm a little bit older. Some of these younger guys, they've never even done an Oorah yet, so they're not even worried about this whole tshuva process. So to me,
I was going to tell Yossi how it works when you sit down. When you tell everybody watching, how does it work when we sit down with a singer?
What's the process of
Slow,
thought?
fast,
no.
so how
Do
does
they come into the shop and doesn't say, well, Yossi Green, I have 6 songs for my album and I need a Oorah, what can you do for me?
No, Yossi goes up first. The person wants to make an album comes to Yossi first.
Don't do that. I mean, that's not very inspiring to me.
Sure.
They need a horror here, they have one disco, they have formulas. 2 rocks, 1 disco, 2 horror, I have nothing to do with that. To me, it's a song, one at a time.
You know what I find amazing when it comes to Yossi? The singer sits down and says, Yossi, I need a song like that song.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Yossi puts down that finger on the piano. The opposite song that the star wanted, and the story is
And he ends up that's what he
changed.
wants.
Yes. Now, just give the process. That, be helpful.
It's funny because when you look at Yossi's previous presentations, I guess when it says Yossi Green presented, let's say Daddy or Judith Fisher, I don't think you had any idea of let me get a wedding song, let me get it. You just said, I want stellar songs that showcase what the words mean, what this guy's voice can do, that showcases him the right way.
That is the
You
way.
never went shopping around for the ultimatum of what
I
everybody.
still don't do it, but I still don't do that. If somebody comes to sit down, asks me to write him a song, once we have our connection, we establish a connection. Whatever happens,
Connection always happens.
Yeah.
I've never seen
It does.
I've never seen a non-connection happen.
Now, Yossi, you as a composer, we get into this once in a while, but you write a song and you sell a song. Now, what's your connection to that song and what's that singer's connection to the song? Meaning, anybody can take it, anybody can use it, the singer can use it so many times, so what's the realistic
Well,
connection?
you're asking from a business
From a
perspective.
business perspective.
To make sure that you're clear. Well,
Nice question.
okay, so the way it works in the world of music, in Allah, it's called Zukusa Yoitzer, as far as I've been thinking about it. The way it works is you sell the use of the song for that one time on the recording. So live, it becomes the singer's song, and you perform it as many times all over the world to sell it on an existing CD or whatever project they have to write the users once. The song always belongs to them.
So when you see these albums coming out with collections or whatnot, everybody contacts Yossi Green?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. You see very many collections of those songs for that reason.
That's why the Hips and the Shitty Green series are so sought after.
Well, I'm doing my own collections.
So when you tell the viewers what you're working on right now, some interesting, very nice stuff that you're working on.
A lot of different
I keep seeing that you're in Shragli Stetner's studio monthly. What's happening in Shragli Stetner's studio?
There's a lot of different things. First of all, there's a young man called Remy wrote from Israel,
Yes.
who we're doing an album, 10 songs, and doing an album with a guy called Shlomi Cohen.
Also from Eretz Israel.
Also from Eretz Israel.
Great
Doing
singer,
another
Sidney
album.
Sheen.
Yeah. I'm doing another album with Sudik. I'm very interested in developing as many new singers as possible.
And I think that's important. I don't know how many composers, especially composers that are, not of the younger generation, who are looking to work and cultivate the younger generation and ensuring that there's going to be quality products coming out in the future.
I think everybody's. I think we're all working. Some good young composers out there that are doing great, and we're sharing some of these albums together.
One of the things you haven't mentioned is the famed music book that you were working for.
Well, the music book may be a music app, because the actual printing of a book is very expensive. But I've been working for a bunch of a few years already. I'm something called G Notes. It's a collection of 36 songs with the exact notes and for piano, for intermediate piano arrangement, which you don't see. You only see books that have guitar chords on it and so on. And many schools, music schools over the world, have contacted me to find out why they can't have music books with Jewish music that's arranged in an intermediate way so that students all over the world who are learning piano could learn it. So I got together with
The three G's, right?
Yes, Yaron
Green,
Gershy.
Gershovsky, and Urari.
Gurari does the notation. Gershovsky did the arrangements.
And you said there's going to be available.
Yes, and I recorded already. All the songs are recorded, played by him. So this book or app will have the songs already done the way performed by him as well. Yaron is the chashivste piano player that we have.
Yes, when you came in, Shmuley mentioned Shmuley Rosenberg, director from this project. That's a very good question, which I think we should ask if you can answer. What's the chilek? What's the difference between a amateur 16-year-old kid composing a song, and how does he get to move up to, like to the level where Rabbi Yossi Green is right now? How does he progress?
First of all, everybody has their own levels. You know that. Right. Everybody has their own ladder.
We're talking to the kids now, that they're composing.
I know. So,
Yossi posted a video last week of, what was it, a 6-year-old playing piano?
yeah.
I
So
saw
age is not necessarily.
That wasn't the question.
That was the question.
You're asking specifically what? You're asking how does a 16-year-old
Progress.
who writes music?
No, who wants to write
How
music?
does he come in and grow bigger and bigger?
Okay, so first of all, the first requirement for somebody who wants to write music is the desire to write music. Because not everybody wants to write music. I mean, Lefkowitz, the guy, Berkowitz, the gentleman who owns the Deli 52. I don't think his desire is to write songs. His desire is to present a very, very good product, food, to the kosher food to the Oorah market. So as soon as somebody already feels that he has a shyness to writing a song, that's already somebody who's number one.
Okay.
From that point on, depending on you start obviously in the beginning, you write, your songs are not that sophisticated. But you also have an audience around you. You have 15, 16-year-old friends who are not so sophisticated, so they're not looking for our level songs from him. You have to understand, there's a very big, one of the problems that I find they ask is like when you talk about Ron Fried who's a god, right, in singing. When we have a young kid comes out like a Shlomi Gertner or a Yoni Greenfeld or Lumi Levy or Shimi Engel, these are not, how does he get, you can't compare them to somebody who's been singing for 30 years. Okay,
Well, when he started out as a Greener.
so one of the problems that we have over here is right away, but does not Ron Fried sing better than him? That's not the point.
Compare.
Shimi Engel
That's
is
very
singing, Shimi Engel is 24, he sings gorgeous, by the way. He is going to be singing to the people that he grew up with, who are not listening to the more sophisticated singers because they don't even get to understand how Bremel's singing. You have to be a little older first of all to even appreciate his singing. I know you know. Trust me. Trust me. You're not yored to the Oimik of how he interprets a song and how. Trust me. You will one day look at me and say, you know something? I can't believe it. The older I get, the better he gets.
Yossi.
Yossi sang just like
I have never thought Yossi. But the Amazon, everything so far, 100% correct.
It's not an issue of
I'm saying, I would argue.
No, but I'm saying, you understand, so to begin with, we can't, when you have a 16-year-old that, what's your name again? Shmuley Rosenberg. Yes. You have a 16-year-old that's writing music, as long as he feels like he wants to write, he has one step in the right direction. And then he is writing not for me. He's writing for his friends, and for his kids, and for his family, and for his camp friends, and that's where
He's going to connect.
he will connect and he will grow from there.
So you don't think that he should go out and learn and read up on what musical composition is or how music works and go to music school or any of those things? You don't think that's
Absolutely
necessary?
not. What does music school have to do with writing a Jewish song? Absolutely not. Writing music school.
Once he's saying Jewish song, you have to ask him the question that everybody asks. What makes a song Jewish?
It's a song written by a Jew.
Yes, he's answering.
There's no.
Yossi,
I
what-
told you. I told you something very controversial. If Khalil B'Chassid Goy would have written another, it would have been a Goyish song. I'm sorry. I know we get connected to melodies and to.
We always say this, there's not certain keys
Yiddish
that are
song.
Jewish, right?
Yiddish song is a song written by a Chassid. A Yiddish song is a song written by a Yid. A Yeshivish song is a song written by a Yeshivish person. That's what it is.
Nothing to do with keys,
Nothing to do with anything.
Yossi, I'm sorry, I'm asking a question.
Me or him?
I'm sorry to you, you're the interviewer. I'm a
It's
guest.
fine. I'm just getting dizzy.
What, do you have any specific song you say, this is your song that made it to the world, the biggest ever, or you have top 3, top 5, I mean, top 5
You're asking me if I have favorite
of
songs.
Yossi Green songs which made it to the world.
No, I don't have favorite songs. I have songs that are favored that I'm working
That's
on.
what I mean.
That I'm working on right now. So right now, you understand? Like for instance, I wrote B'Yai Rabu for Shlomi Tyson, right?
Right.
When I was in B'Yai Rabu,
Which is getting big.
whatever. When I was in that song, I thought that song was. I felt. I can't tell you how incredible.
But
I felt.
Shaluchim, you felt the same way.
Quite the Shidduchim, Shabbos Amalkala,
Sasser, Simcha.
whatever it is, I'm saying, right now I'm working with Shimyenger, right? So I have another piece for Rebbe Romanik Tefillah. I always was looking to, is there another way from Oorah, that Tefillah, Rebbe Romanik, can I find something else that's special without saying, oh, what are you trying? You trying to do another Oorah? No, I'm not
But
trying to do another.
saying what was favored by people.
No, let me finish my answer. So I'm very excited about this. So it's called the Sigba Aminos with the I'm very excited about it. So that's favorite right now. That's what I play. If you would pass my house at night at 11, 12 o'clock and you listen to music, you would hear me playing. That's what I would be playing right now. So that's what I mean by favorite, not favorite. Favorite.
Yossi, that piano in your house, that was the piano where all the compositions were created, right?
That piano was bought, my wife bought the piano after we got married.
Gershy, we're gonna have to make some kind of Chinese auction.
I think that,
Got it. Okay, Yossi Green.
So you can't just tell me about the story from Tanya, or that's not a song everybody has?
let the people who sing on stage, let them tell us.
But they don't. I think we should go to it.
The only thing
I think right now this
the only
interview
thing-
has
the
a
only
chance
thing-
to go.
no.
I want them to hear the story.
The only thing I want to say about Tanya is that Tanya is a song that nobody wanted for years. Nobody wanted the song for years. I went around like a salesman, pleading with people to take that song, to sing that song.
Which doesn't happen usually. We have seen great
No,
songs
no,
before.
excuse me, those days.
I want to know if he has a
those-
demo.
Those days.
I want to know if he has a demo that we can hear what a demo is.
It sounded fun.
There's a very, very emotional story in this song.
Yeah, the only emotional story I can tell you is like this. I learned this Gemara. I learned it about 31 years ago. I recently made a 31 years ago. That's how long it took me to go through the. I can't do the Taviyomi. Those guys are geniuses. I did my thing slowly, and I started again recently, and I got to Daf Zion. I got to the Gemara, and I saw the Gemara, and I remembered what happened 31 years ago, and I burst out crying. So to me, I saw that when I began to learn, when I was 27 years old, that's when the Rosh gave me a gift right away. About a week or two after I started learning.
The song was the song composed
No. This is another story. Boris Amachmed is another story.
But Gershy, he's a very emotional person. And he told me when he composed Pen for Yumi Lowy, he was laughing. But you were crying there too, I think.
Pen is a very funny song.
Laughing?
Sure.
Because he's just full of emotion.
Pen.
was composed for Rem originally.
That was supposed to be.
Yes.
Hesed Hadas ended up
So
being
Remel's idea,
by the
Remel's idea was.
Words also, lyrics also.
No, the lyrics are from Russian, but there's an argument.
I know when a successful song comes out of Rabbi Yossi.
How do you know that?
Once he starts sweating with that piano,
Yossi, you've worked with many singers over the years. Is there ever a singer you wanted to work with that you haven't quite connected with over the years?
singer that I want to work with. No, Baruch Hashem, I think I've worked with whoever.
Everyone they reach.
I'd love to do an album for 80 rock. Nothing to do with some heavy Hasidic songs. That would be
Heavy what?
heavy Hasidic songs. Do a real Hasidic album.
You and him have a good connection. I remember when we were at,
With AB Rock, I've seen the album.
No, but he should. I would write the songs and he would sing it.
he'd
Probably
probably,
likes the idea. Look at his face.
he'd probably make that deal and say, if I do that, I want English
He would
songs.
want me
and
to
you
break
should
my
sing it."
teeth over
Yeah.
his English, over his journey.
Anyways, Yossi, if there are some up-and-coming singers, they want to get in touch with you. They want to sit with you, they want to see what it's like to get a Yossi Green song.
So first of
How
all,
do you go about it?
Gershy is a wonderful gateway to me, really. First of all, it's not just to get in touch with me, just for writing is not enough. You need to have somebody who's going to give you hands and feet. And Gershy would do that for him, and he's done it for so many different people.
It's-
Hands and feet.
Hands and feet.
And the one who really told me, Gershy, you're something, go ahead and do what you do, was my first breakfast after I went out of the jewelry business. And Russell told me, Gershy, do what you do best.
Was it
Play
Cafe
music.
K?
Yes, it was Cafe K.
Connect with people, he manages people well. People trust him.
All I can say, can I know that you should have tons of stuff about him. I'll not give What's the number of songs we get up to?
It's not good.
I know the number. Yeah, I know the number.
I want to know the number.
Thousands.
No.
Because this comes from a guy that doesn't have songs
Not a
sing
guy.
somewhere.
Songs that are recorded, basically.
He's not a guy, he's a Seagate.
Okay, thank you for coming down to Yossi from Oorah. Yossi, thank you
Yes,
for
thank
all day.
you. We want to give you to pick to announce the last winner of the night for a laptop for
So
iPod.
somebody has already won.
Somebody has already won.
He
This
doesn't
is
know
the
that. He
last one
doesn't
of the
know.
night.
No, he doesn't know he has one yet.
This is the number 12 winner. And he's won a laptop.
Or an iPad, depends what it says there.
All right.
It's always to see it. Yes.
You should shut it down.
He lives in Lakewood,
Why do real quick? He's gonna wear last.
Lakewood, New Jersey.
He's like, I just gave away a laptop.
And his first name is David.
Who's that one singer you want?
David.
David. His name is David Goldberg from Lakewood, New Jersy.
He has a
He
choice.
has a choice. He has a choice for iPad.
iPad or a laptop.
And he has a choice for an iPad.
Yossi, what do you say if you have a choice? iPad or laptop? You have technology.
I think you say iPad?
These days, the way you connected to it.
I don't know. I
Gershy doesn't go anywhere without that iPad. Listens to demos, uploads his pictures.
I can still do for a laptop.
How to generate.
And I mentioned next time we want to go out, we'll come to eat and then if you do, we'll hook up the right food with our next dinner, not breakfast.
He wants to hook this up right now.
Marley, Sean, the
Deli 52 is the place right now in Baruch. He came in the oil Matzah, it was fast, and the food is delicious, fresh, clean. Yossi's been all day, we've been watching the food over here.
I've been watching whatever.
I'm trying to figure out how that relates to the composition.
No.
Because if you would have watched Chef Victor with me at 11 o'clock in the morning, when he made me
Chef
Victor.
Victor.
Chef Victor was the Chinese chef who was pushed for life for the last 30 years. He is now here making his Chinese dishes. And he made for me live that red sesame chicken that they're known for KD. And he's like, taste it. And it's 11 o'clock in the morning. It's delicious, it was crispy, and the way he composed the dish is a time of your composer. I did not have a coffee.
Yossi, I still forgot. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you very much. Gershy, thank you very much.
Be well.
Last